how to survive Easter, or not so much how to survive Easter, it is how to stay on track over Easter. So I guess this is one of the areas where I see people maybe falling off the wagon. It's that mentality of, if I can't do this 100%, then I might as well just not do it at all. I'll do it 0%. So pushing the stop button and then just going to town, if that makes sense. So a lot of people are going away over Easter. So it's a 4-day break, and that can pretty much give you that impetus to push the stop button, and then we'll just pick my healthy habits back up when I get back from my Easter break. There's lots of chocolate around, there's lots of treats. One of the ladies on my Thrive program actually today reached out, and she was like, how does everyone manage the treats around this time? So I thought I would just do this little chat today because I feel there's a lot of pressure around it, especially if you've been doing a good job, or maybe you're trying to get yourself on track and you don't want to just let it go over the next 4 days, or you are that person who just goes to town and everything goes out the window over the 4 days and you have to kind of reset yourself next week. So let's talk some of this through. So the ladies who I'm working with, we obviously have been double downing on managing our budget, managing our calorie budget. When we understand how to do that, it actually gives us freedom, because you can actually enjoy anything. Like, nothing is off limits. And I mean that seriously. Like Easter eggs, I'll be having one. It's actually sitting right here. I have to buy it for myself. Gary said to me the other day, he's like, so am I buying you an Easter egg? I'm like, you've never bought me an Easter egg. I always buy the Easter eggs, and he just gives me the one I buy for myself. I don't know if any of you are in the same boat here, with your partners actually buy you Easter eggs. I just feel like I might not get one if I left it to fate. I will be having an Easter egg, but I'm going to share a couple of thoughts with you and some actual advice for those of you who are wanting to stay on track. So you would need to be eating like one of those Easter bunnies every day to actually put on a kilo of fat. One of these bad boys, this is Gary's Easter egg, the crunchy Cadbury. He likes crunchy. You would have to eat one of these every day for like 7 days for you to suddenly have an extra kilo of body fat. So one of these over the weekend is not going to do anything crazy, just so you know. So that's the first thing I want you to realize, is that you can enjoy an Easter bunny over this 4-day period and everything is not going to turn to crap. We're talking about 4 days. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you're really doing really well and you know chocolate maybe or sugar isn't really one of your friends, that it trips you up. I was on a call with one of my one-on-one clients today, and she's like, I just cannot eat sugar because the spin it puts me into, I can't do it anymore. And so if that's you, then of course, let's find an alternative to, let's still have a treat, but let's not make it that. Okay, so you can get some sugar-free ones. I actually did look the other day because I prefer to have sugar-free. Sugar, I know, does not help us in this stage of life, but they were all sold out. So anyway, it is what it is. So that's the first thing, is replace it. If you know sugar's not your friend, replace it with something else. And that is part of the reason why this week the recipe was the chocolate brownie, because that might be enough to be a treat enough to help you feel like you're still enjoying something, but that will definitely keep you on track. So swapping things out is really helpful. The next thing that is for people really wanting to stay on track is track. When you are tracking your food, when you reach for one of those Easter eggs, we actually have a whole bowl of Easter eggs on our bench at the moment. When I know how many calories is in one of those, then, and I'm tracking it into my day, I am much more aware, and I will make much better decisions about how many of those I put in my mouth rather than just not knowing, you know? So know how much you're eating, look at how much it is, track it. We know from research that when we track, it's so much more, the results are so much more. And I keep talking about this research all the time because I feel like when I educate you on the research, it helps us make better decisions. So the research study that I quote all the time, it was done in America, 2 groups of people. The ones that tracked, they weren't perfect, but they did it 75% of the time, 6 days out of 7, and they lost 10 pounds of body fat. The ones that didn't only lost 4. It's a massive difference, huge. So track is going to give you that feedback and help you be conscious, because often this sort of eating, it's subconscious. We just want the food that tastes good, but when we track it, that brings our awareness in, and then we can decide, do we really want to make that decision? Do we stop at one, or do we have another one? And if you don't stop at one, don't also think that's the end of the world. Like I said, you would need to have 7 of these bunnies, 1 every day over the next week, to put on an extra kilo of fat. So 1 Easter egg is not going to wreck the weekend. Now, if you're trying to really stay on track, then what I teach in my Thrive programs and with my one-on-one clients is the non-negotiables you're building for yourself. Those, they still work on Easter. They still work at Christmas. They still work like if you're away on holiday. So that's what I want you to think about. Keep your body moving, get your steps in. Like if you might not be at the gym, but you do other types of exercise. Go for a hike, find other alternatives depending on what you're doing. Drink your water, make sure you're still getting sleep. Manage your alcohol, because we know too much alcohol is going to affect our body composition and also how we feel, right? Prioritize your protein. So all of these things, all of these non-negotiables that we work on together, if that is really truly like your non-negotiables, then you'll actually have a great weekend. Enjoy some chocolate along the way, and next week you won't be feeling guilty or like you've just put on 5 kilos in 4 days. You'll have some management around it, because honestly, if you really commit to the non-negotiables, the things that I teach on my Thrive program and with my one-on-ones, all of those things, prioritizing your protein, getting your exercise in, drinking your water, getting enough sleep, tracking your calories, like all of these things, then you actually will have a fine time, and everything will be good as gold, and you can enjoy an Easter egg along the way, and it's good to go. So that's my advice for you. It's not about restriction, so we don't or can't enjoy these times of the year. We should enjoy these times of the year. We should show up and enjoy them by using our non-negotiables, by continuing the lifestyle that we've already created, not throwing it out the window for 4 days and then coming back to it, because that's not actually a lifestyle, right? That's what I want you to really start embracing, is that a lifestyle means consistency, which means it doesn't matter what season it is, doesn't matter where you are, whether you're on holiday, wherever you're located, what you do. If I cracked you open, what makes up who you are? And for me, Chanel lifts heavy weights, and she exercises every day, and she gets her steps in, and she drinks her water, and she prioritizes protein, and she does meal prepping, and all of those things that make up who Chanel is. And that doesn't matter where I'm located. So going into this period of time, it doesn't matter, because that's the lifestyle I've created, and that's what I want for you. Because the irony is that is what gives you freedom. Because when I eat my Easter egg, this isn't my one, but when I eat mine, I'm not going to have any guilt about it. it's Easter. I should be enjoying it. This is the chocolate weekend. So that's what I want for you too. I hope this helps you enjoy your Easter. And if it does, please drop a comment and let me know. So I'm just going to remind you right now, the waitlist is going for my next program. It kicks off at the beginning of June. It goes for 12 weeks, 2 6-week blocks, and it's called Thrive in Menopause. This is where I teach you how to master your nutrition and lifestyle with all of those things, but some of those things I talked about today. Those are the types of things that you double down on and really learn about. It's very education backed because I believe education is power, and when we know better, we do better. So I will drop the wait list in the comment section. Jump on board, join the wait list, and then we've got a free protein challenge, which will be starting next month. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And I do share my weekly recipes. Usually they're sweet treats because I have a sweet tooth. So you can find the link to my email newsletter here as well, and then you can make sure that you're getting those weekly emails and recipes to try, like the chocolate protein brownies. Oh, I had 2 today, I'm not gonna lie, they're so good. So thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it, and I hope this helps you on your health and wellness journey. Happy Easter, and enjoy some chocolate.